Joy Reid is one of the big stars on MSNBC. And she said this last night.
The apartheid child tweeted, "The woke mind virus is either defeated or nothing else matters." That came a day after he used his platform to not only mock the LGBTQ community, but also to go after America's most visible public health official, tweeting, "My pronouns are prosecute Fauci." Not funny. Dangerous, though. And the latest example of Musk playing his role in the right's attempt to redefine free speech, which to them, simply put, is whatever conservatives want said, and nothing more.
Can we analyze that? Joy Reid criticizing the apartheid boy, whatever that means. I guess he's from South Africa, I guess. I guess she's inferring that he's pro-apartheid. She says conservatives think free speech is whatever conservatives want said. What do you think free speech is, Joy? Anything you want said, right? But since you're one of the smart kids in the room, you're allowed to say whatever you want to say without any accountability whatsoever. I mean, this is a woman, incidentally, she's got a really, really wild history of stuff that was posted in a blog she wrote or something years ago. You can look it up. I mean, I don't want to get bogged down with this, but of all people to go on the offensive about speech, she said horrible things about people and then claimed laughably that her account was hacked and somebody did it and she demanded an investigation, and evidently the investigation showed that there wasn't a hack. Apparently she did it and tried to get out of it by claiming somebody else did it and said terrible things on social media posts. So she knows a little bit about speech on platforms like Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. This is wild that they don't believe that another point of view is allowed to be heard. Unlike the New York Times, everybody should be able to participate in the Twitter environment. Everybody. Everybody should get to be heard. And you should be allowed to say what you want to say. Now, you might say, well, that's not a government guarantee. It's a private company, yada, yada, yada. Here's what was going on. These Twitter files are really, really stunning. I mean, Elon Musk's Twitter files shows that employees at Twitter deplatformed Trump even though he didn't violate any rules. He didn't violate the rules. What rules did he violate? Well, you say you put that under the guise of hate speech. Hey, you think Joy Reid's ever been hateful? Is there anything Joy Reid's ever said on air lately that could be... How about calling him... Play the beginning of the clip for me again, Yuri, so I can hear that. Because, she's taking a shot at Elon Musk, and I don't know enough about him. Maybe you do, as you're listening to this. Play the beginning of how she describes Elon Musk.
The apartheid child tweeted, "The woke mind virus."
The apartheid child. The apartheid child. Is that hateful? Of course it is. She's a hateful person. There's no question about her viciousness on a regular basis. But she's from the left, and so as a progressive, she gets away with it. And incidentally, if that's what MSNBC wants to do morning, noon, and night, and it is, okay, don't watch MSNBC. If you don't want to see a conservative voice on Twitter, don't get on Twitter. In fact, Twitter even lets you block somebody you don't want to hear. You see somebody's voice you don't like? This guy the other day, this liberal journalist, I just saw Dan Bongino's tweet on my timeline. Can't something be done about this? Quick, somebody call 911. A crime's been committed. A conservative is on my timeline. Hey, dummy, block him. It's one keystroke. It's called unfollowing. It's not hard. This is who they are. They are totalitarian. They are fascistic. They are anti-American. And tell me where I'm wrong when I point out that it is un-American for one side of the ideological spectrum to be allowed to say whatever the heck it wants, and they insist on shutting us down. We're not allowed to be heard. We're not allowed to post. We're not allowed to have radio shows or TV shows or college. You got to shut us down. You're not allowed to speak on a college campus. It's really, really awful.